My dear online students, welcome to this course on fire insurance. As we launch this course, we will start doing so by understanding the basics of fire insurance. I am sure are already abreast with the fundamentals of insurance in its entirety, conceptually, both in its theory and practice, through your learnings in earlier courses. May be aware that general insurance has several portfolios of insurance, each of them a complete insurance in itself. These portfolios include fire insurance, marine insurance, motor insurance, engineering insurance, personal lines of insurance, and what is known as miscellaneous insurance. We will now start looking at each of these portfolios of insurance in a more focused manner, and we will start with fire insurance. As I said earlier, as we start learning fire insurance, we will start by gaining an understanding of the basics of fire insurance. Now, what do I mean by basics of fire insurance? We will understand why fire insurance, where is the need for fire insurance, what assets are covered under fire insurance, what constitutes a fire in the context of fire insurance, and what perils are covered under fire insurance. What is the need for fire insurance? Fire insurance provides financial protection for property against loss or damage by fire and other specified perils. Some words that you see on the screen are very key to understanding what the slide seeks to communicate to you. Any insurance provides only financial protection. Fire insurance is not a fire fighting mechanism. Any insurance is not a mechanism that prevents occurrence of a peril. Insurance is always a mechanism by which, if the insured person or insured entity suffers financial loss due to operation of an insured peril, indemnity is provided to that entity. Therefore, insurance provides only financial protection. I repeat, not protection against occurrence of the peril or prevention of occurrence of peril. So fire insurance is not a fire brigade. Fire insurance will only provide financial protection if the insured person has suffered loss to his or her property because of fire. What we call fire insurance, interestingly, is something which is substantially more than just a fire insurance. Whereas in common practice, this is called fire insurance. The policy that covers fire is actually called a standard fire and special perils policy. So you are obviously able to infer that when I say fire and other special perils, the so-called fire policy covers other perils than fire also. Interestingly, the fire policy covers even the antagonist of fire, which is the flood. So we will see that in greater detail as we move forward. But at this stage, I would want my students to clearly understand that the terminology of fire insurance that is used commonly actually means coverage against damage to property arising out of several perils, fire being just one of them. If there is no fire insurance, imagine that kind of a situation. Entrepreneurs invest crores of rupees to create assets, and all these assets are used to produce or manufacture products or are used to deliver various services in the interest of the economy as a whole. After an entrepreneur invests, as I said, crores of rupees in creating these assets, If there is an unfortunate occurrence of a peril, and because of that, if the assets get damaged, if there is no financial protection, all the investment the entrepreneur has made will get to be nil. So no one would be willing to take a risk in terms of investing huge amounts of money in creating various assets that are essential for nation building. Fire insurance provides financial protection if an unfortunate event of this nature occurs, and therefore entrepreneurs are protected against financial loss due to occurrence of these perils, and therefore further they are in a position to invest huge amounts of money in creating necessary infrastructure for nation building. Any insurance therefore is a part of nation building activity, and each of you who is either already pursuing an insurance career or looking to pursue an insurance career can, and I would say should, feel proud that you are engaged in an activity that is helping other entrepreneurs help build an economically sound nation. So, there is a need for fire insurance because people who invest hugely in creating infrastructure would require financial protection in an unfortunate event of such infrastructure suffering loss or damage due to the perils that are covered under a fire and other special perils policy.